Just chill, huh?
Let's have some fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. It's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok tonight. On the show, we've got Idiots of the Week. We've got some mail call, a couple of fabulous Florida Man stories. And Will, my intern, is here with his Punchline Report. That's coming up after 6:30. We put it towards the end of the show when not as many people are listening. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I want to talk about Ding Dong Ditch. This has come up on the show a number of times. It's a TikTok trend. I don't know if we can really call it a TikTok trend because kids have been playing Ding Dong Ditch for a very long time. But before we get into that, I saw this a little while ago before I came down into the studio, and I posted something on Facebook about it. And I thought this might be kind of an interesting conversation. How many of you used to have a paper route when you were a kid? Because today is National Newspaper Carrier Day. And from time to time, this comes up on the show about paper boys and paper girls. Now, I'm not talking about the adults who might still deliver the newspaper and drive around in their cars in the wee early morning hours and throw the paper into your front shrubbery. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you were a kid and you had to either ride your bike or you had to walk your route, and you had your newspaper bag over your bike handlebars or over your head, and had to drudge through the snow and the mud and the rain and the heat and the barking, chasing dogs. Because I did that. I had a Dayton Daily newspaper route. Admittedly, I only had it for about a year. But I did used to fill in for a couple of my buddies. They had paper routes much longer, and I would go and fill in for them. They played sports. They were in marching band. They had other things going on. So they would say, hey, Todd, can you do my route today? And they'd pay me like $10 or whatever it was. But I feel like that is 100% gone away. I'd be curious to know if there are still somewhere here in the Miami Valley kids delivering newspapers door to door. I remember at one time when we talked about this a number of years ago, someone called in and I think they said maybe Kettering still had paper boys or paper girls. And I'm assuming that they're just delivering whatever the Kettering newspaper is. But honestly, I don't know if there's still a Kettering newspaper. A lot of the little community newspapers are gone. They are gone. So I'd just be curious to know if there's still kids out there doing that, because man, it was a great job for a kid to have. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't easy on a number of levels. One, as I mentioned, I did the Dayton Daily News. Well, that was a 7-day-a-week job. That paper came out 7 days a week. So Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I was out delivering the paper. Now, usually Monday through Saturday, I was on my own. I hopped on my Huffy bike. I threw that newspaper bag over my head and I took off. And I lived probably, I don't know, maybe a mile away or so from where my paper route was in Beaver Creek. And it would take me about an hour to do. On Sundays, very, very different story. Sunday was a headache because the paper, much thicker. The Sunday paper, much thicker. More news, more adverts or inserts as they were called. And those things were heavy. So God bless my mom. She would get out of bed with me on Sunday mornings, like at 7 o'clock in the morning. And we'd go to the house in our neighborhood that had all the newspapers dropped off, and all the local paper boys and paper girls. I don't remember any paper girls at the time. Of course, this was in the early 80s. But I'm sure there were some out there. But I don't remember any in our area. But either way, we'd all show up. And 9 times out of 10, the paper boys' parents or one of the parents would be there. And we'd throw the papers in the car, and then she'd just drive me around. Now, she wouldn't get out and deliver papers, not that I recall. She would just sort of drive down the street, and I would come back and get more, and I'd put them on the front porch, and But the thing that was hard about it was, one, the collecting. Now everything is digital. Now you just pay online. But back then, I mean, you had to go door to door, and you had to chase these people down. I mean, you really were the bill collector. You had to go and chase these people down and ask for money. And lots of times it was, well, I can't pay you this week. Or I don't have any more checks. Or, my mom and dad are gone. We don't, that kind of thing. And then you have to get a little rough with them. You're kind of like, hey, look, if you don't pay, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off. I don't recall ever really having to do that because usually if they didn't pay the paper boy, then you tell your paper news counselor or whatever they called her or him, and they would take care of it. And then it would just go up the chain. I don't really remember anybody stiffing me, but the thing is when you were a paper boy or paper girl, you had to pay for those papers. So the money that you would collect, you'd have to pay for your papers every week. And whatever you had left over, you got to keep. And it wasn't a lot. But I did make pretty good tips around the holidays. Because the area that I was in a newer part of Beaver Creek. And I wouldn't say it was affluent, but it was the neighborhood was a bit nicer. The families there were maybe a bit wealthier than the run of the mill. So at Christmas time, I cleared a couple $100. And that's not bad for a 13, 14-year-old kid who only delivers maybe 60 papers a day. That's pretty good. And I used that money for buying records at Armadillo Records in Kettering. And then I would buy DJ equipment, 2 tables and a microphone, wiki. But that's what I spent my money on. But it was such a great job because you had to do bookkeeping. You had to deal with people. You had to go to the door. You had to deal with animals chasing you. You had to, deal with the people, like I mentioned, that aren't paying. So it was a great job for kids. And now it's gone. I can't imagine that there's any place around here that either A, still has a local newspaper, because most of those, like I said, are gone. But Dayton Daily News is still here. And what kind of got me thinking about this is that, the Dayton Daily News used to be part of this company, WHIO Radio and Television. And it's owned by Cox Communications or whatever they're called now. And they're based in Atlanta. Well, over the weekend, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, which has been around forever, announced that they are doing away with the printed newspaper. The AJC is going to be completely digital. So I don't know if they had any more paper boys or paper girls. I'm guessing not. But I just wonder how much longer the Dayton Daily News is going to be printed. Because if it works in Atlanta, it's probably going to work here. So I'm just curious if anybody knows of any local paper boys or paper girls out there slugging away and trying to collect from deadbeats. Miles in Dayton. What's up, Miles?
Todd, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. What's shaking?
I love your show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Were you a paper boy?
I was not a paper boy, but I used to help my buddy.
Oh, yeah.
What I loved about it was I got to spend the night with him, and we'd get up like at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
and then we'd go start delivering papers.
Well, I would bet you were probably pretty tired, because if I know teenage young kids, they don't sleep when they have sleepovers.
Well, anyways, it was so much fun because my parents didn't let me get up at 5:30 in the morning, but when I spent the night with him, boom, we get on our bicycles.
Yeah.
We go get the papers. We start delivering them, and I'll never forget this. This might not be appropriate, but there was one house that had a breezeway in between, like the garage and the house.
Right. Yeah.
And I go up to deliver the paper, and there's a woman laying there, and she was not clothed. And I was like,
wait a second. This sounds like the start of a Penthouse letter.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just like ran away and
ran away. You ran away?
I never seen a naked lady.
Your eyes were burning. Your eyes were burning. Now that is a paperboy story for the ages.
So anyways, I ran away and I got my buddy. I said, come here. You got to see this. He said, no, we got to deliver these papers. I said, okay.
We got a job to do. Forget the naked lady.
To do, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It was freaked me out, man.
Right. Well, I can imagine a young boy stumbling onto that.
Like 13 years old,
Yep. Yeah. All right, Miles. That's a great story. Thank you. I appreciate it. That line's open, 937-457-1290. I don't know that there's a better story from a newspaper boy. I don't know how you top that.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Patrick? My grandparents used to live on Mertland. They lived at 305 Mertland. Marcia, it was great. We went to Casano's for dinner, and then we went to Grader's for ice cream. And I got chocolate fudge brownie. Yeah, I used to, it was one of those houses that had the really sloping front yards. And I would go over and cut the lawn, and I'd go down the hill, I'd push the lawnmower down the hill, and then I'd move it over a little bit and then walk back up, pulling it instead of pushing it. For some reason, I felt like I could pull it up the hill more easily than I could push it. And my grandpa saw me doing that, and he said, if you're not going to cut the grass the right way, don't even bother. I guess he wanted to see me work hard for it. Well, gee whiz, thanks for all the likes, guys, on the TikTok. Nope, there were no creepers on the on my paper route, Clinton. Not that I recall. Though there was that one guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Name change could be coming for the Defense Department. We'll have that at 5:30 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
All right, we got to get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Just a note for my intern, Will. He's learning. He wants to become a comedy writer. We've already done one parody. I need you to ponder this idea, okay? A ballad of some sort for the naked Kettering guy covered in mud who stole a car. We need to figure out a song for him, some sort of ballad, like the ballad of the Mud Man of Kettering, or the naked mud dude, or I don't know. Think about it. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Today's National Newspaper Carrier Day, and we just had a great story of a paper boy stumbling upon a naked woman. And I'd like to see somebody try to top that. That's a great story. Mark in Preble County. Hey, Mark.
Hey,
what's up, man?
well, I was a police officer in one of the suburbs for my whole career.
Okay.
And this has probably been 50 years ago, and I worked to the midnight to 8 shift.
Yeah.
And you learn real quick that those Journal Herald paper boys that are out there at 4 in the morning are moving through those neighborhoods rapidly and quietly,
Right.
and they see and hear everything.
Yeah.
So it's to your advantage to make friends with them as soon as you can.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I was parked doing some paperwork, and one of the local paper boys rode up and said, "Hey, Sarge, there's a car down here in the church parking lot, and it is running real fast, and the smoke's rolling out of it."
Oh, wow.
So I said, "Well, come on, let's go down there." And so we went down there. It was only about 2 blocks down the street. And sure enough, here's this drunk guy passed out in the car with the doors locked and his accelerator to the floor.
Oh, wow.
And the thing is really getting hot and the smoke's rolling out of it.
Yeah.
So I broke the window and drug him out of there. And just as we got him out of the car burst into flames.
Wow. Now that's a great paperboy story. Holy cow.
It is. But, this is the sad part of it.
Yeah.
Within the next couple of days, I called the Journal Herald 3 times to tell them that story, because I'm picturing a front page picture with this paper boy next to his bike with a newspaper holding in his hand.
They don't care.
Our guy's a hero. He saved a life.
They don't care.
They had no interest.
Yeah, that's not much has changed with the newspaper. I promise you on that one, Mark.
I was so disappointed.
Right.
But if that fellow's listening, he'd be 65 years old now.
Right. Yeah.
I want to tell him he will always be a hero in my book.
Well, awesome, Mark. I appreciate it. I got to fly here. That's a good one too.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Double
Double-D.
double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Live from
Mud Man of Kettering. Mud Man. 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 Man, you don't talk about a streak. You just keep playing. You don't talk about it. You don't think about it. You just keep doing your thing. That's how you blow it.
Sure, the guys in the locker room aren't talking about it. That's why we're here.
Hey, does Dick on One call your show on Sundays?
He does sometimes, yes. And he informed me that he intends to call this Sunday. He's a talker.
Hey, Heather. Glad you made it home.
Hey, can you squeeze me in here soon to do a red alert on this crash on 70?
Yep, I can do that. I'll bring you up in here. Parker, I'll bring him up. Okay.
During the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now, who'd like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I just heard Ron talking about this KFC that shut down in Sugar Creek just months after a Popeyes fried chicken place closed in Sugar Creek. Do people in Sugar Creek have a problem with fried chicken? What's the cause of that? I don't know if there's a Lee's chicken over there, but those people better be prepared. That's all I can say. Speaking of Ron, he just whispered in my ear so gently and softly that he had some traffic information he had to share. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah, this deal on 70 westbound at State Route 4 is a mess. It's a total mess. A couple of semis got together. There's liquid all over the westbound lanes. It is completely shut down there. If you're heading in that direction, you're going to have to get off at 68 at US 68. Take that around. I don't even think you can get back on the highway on State Route 4 either. This has covered this entire area. They have just sent a medical helicopter out there that has just landed on those westbound lanes. So this isn't going to be fixed anytime soon.
Right. All right. Thank you for that. 937-457-1290, today's National Newspaper Carrier Day. So we're kind of talking about newspaper routes that maybe you had as a kid. I don't know that they exist anymore. Maybe there's somewhere out there, some small little town that has a small little newspaper, has a newspaper boy or newspaper girl riding around on their bike delivering papers. But I haven't seen one in a long time. Parker, were you a newspaper boy?
I wasn't, but we had a caller who called during the commercial break, said that Oakwood still has them too.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe that's what it was a couple of years ago. I knew there was a little town. I don't know if it was Kettering or Oakwood, but okay. So Oakwood still has them. All right. Let's talk to Dick in Dayton real quick. Hey, Dick, what's going on?
What do you say, Todd? Good to talk to you, buddy.
How you doing, man? What's happening with you?
Oh, not too much. I like what you said about, I remember when I was going to Centerville, the Herald came to the house there.
Yeah.
Where I lived, you know.
The Journal Herald.
Daily News and the Journal Herald. And I tell you what, you can't find, you know, you go to the garage, like Speedway and stuff. I always pick on my way to Lowe's, you know, the Dayton Daily News.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what was good about that, Todd, I never did tell you. I wanted to send something to you and Parker and the crew there. I used to write in the paper, you know, when I was working, I'd stop like for work and I would write on sports and, you know, just stuff. But there's articles I want you to have. They did one on me in 2006. Sean McCullen called me about I was on the air and it was nice. And I used to do speak ups when Liz was down there. But I'm telling you, it's just that I don't, you know, you buy it on Sunday. There's nothing in there much anymore, is there?
No, I haven't. Honestly, I mean, I use the website. You know, I use the Dayton Daily News website all the time, but I haven't opened a newspaper, an actual physical newspaper, in a very, very long time.
Well, you know, they always had the good sports column, and I used to remember I liked D.L. Stewart. He used to, But you know, I had some of those things that I kept here, and as you know, I wanted to tell you a sad story though. That Kettering Banjo, I loved the people.
Oh, that's right. You were part of the Kettering Banjo Society, weren't you?
42. Well, yeah, I was in the group 42 years.
You were one of the head banjo guys.
Yeah. Well, I played mandolin. I learned from that, you know. But yeah, I remember we were in class together. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Dick, you remind me of us going to Sinclair together, not together, but in the same class every time you call. I'm not going to forget you, man. I can't forget you, Dick.
You know, hey, you know what? I'll say one thing about,
I think we can be Browns fans this year, can't we?
I think we can. Remember, a couple of years ago, I jumped on the Browns bandwagon. You welcomed me with open arms.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Always a pleasure, Todd.
All right, Dick. Take care, buddy. Let's see. We got Paul in Springfield. Hey, Paul.
Hello, Todd.
Hello, Paul. What's shaking, brother?
Well, I delivered papers back in late 40s or early 50s.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I delivered every day and Sunday morning up here in Springfield, in the east end of town.
Was that the Springfield News Sun?
That's where it was.
Yeah.
Big daily news in the Sun.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. But it wasn't anything ever happened while I was delivering papers. But when I got on the collecting route Saturday morning,
yeah.
Oh, these ladies at 7:30 would answer the door and all kinds of the latest necklace stuff.
Wow. I bet that was, what kind of negligee were they wearing back in the 40s?
If you see through them, I'll tell you that.
And that's why Paul kept that paper route until he was 45.
Yeah.
I got
Actually,
you.
It was 40 cents when I started.
Okay. All right. Well, I gotta fly, Paul. I appreciate that. That's a good one. I mean, sure. Sometimes the missus of the house may answer the door in a robe. What are you gonna do, right? You got to collect your money. Hey, Susan, what's going on?
Hi, Todd.
Hey.
I just have a really nice story. It's not about me. It's about a paper carrier that told me this story recently.
Okay.
And it's he was a paper carrier when he was a young boy in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
And he always loved seeing the headlines of the Ohio State Buckeyes and all the attention they got. So he decided that he would get season tickets for the Ohio State games, which he bought his first season tickets when he was 12 years old, which was in 1954, and he still has season tickets to the Buckeyes game.
He could afford season tickets to the Buckeyes as a newspaper boy?
Well, at that time, he said for the season tickets, they were $3.
Oh, wow.
In 1954, and he still has the season tickets.
Wow.
I think they're a lot more expensive now. But
I would say, yeah, they're not rent controlled tickets, right?
No.
Yeah. I got you.
I just love that story.
All right.
I got to be partaking of the season tickets too.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Susan.
Sure.
Appreciate it. See ya. Nick in Kettering. What's up, Nick?
Todd, I love the show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
So before I get to my newspaper carrier story, I got to say that we're like a brother from another mother.
Oh,
we graduated same year. We played soccer, and we were both newspaper carriers.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Did you grow up around here?
No, I grew up in Harrison Township.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the Dayton area.
Yeah, Dayton area.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
So if I could share a couple newspaper carrier stories.
Yeah, go for it.
So you talked about collecting the money, and I had an apartment in Harrison Township.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of
Right.
elderly residents, mostly.
Right. Yeah.
And when you would go to collect, and you had your little log book and stuff, and you would check it, and they paid. But I would go to these same people every week, and I'd be like, "I'm here to collect for the last week," and I just paid you.
Yeah.
No, it's right here in my book.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but also too, my other story is crossing Main Street near Philadelphia in Harrison Township.
That's risky. That's risky.
Kind of collision, but a car hit me on my bicycle.
Oh no!
So I was okay.
Yeah.
Kind of bruised, but they knocked the front wheel off my bicycle, and they came out and they were concerned. But I picked up my bike, the tire, and I finished my route.
Oh wow, man! Oh man, that's rough.
I know. So
yeah.
Just like the mailman, rain, sleet, snow.
You got to do it. You got to do it, because if you don't, and the people don't get their papers, they call your house.
Yeah.
They had your phone number, or they would call the counselor or whatever they called, And then
the dispatcher that has all the papers.
Yeah. I get it. All right, Nick. I appreciate your call, buddy. Have a good one. 937-457-1290. Speaking, and this is kind of nostalgia, but it's a trend that's going on now. This ding dong ditch. Remember this? I mean, every kid probably at some point in their life, maybe not the kids today, but at one point, you rang on somebody's doorbell and you ran and hid behind some bushes. It's like an innocent prank, but it has now taken a whole different turn, and now people are getting shot over it. It's crazy, but I got that coming up.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up. T-O.
Double D.
Oh. Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Paul, you're on fire tonight, man. You are on fire. Oh, that sucks, Zach. I hate that. I've had that happen to me a couple of times. Years and years ago. Hey, we're going to have you start on Monday. Oh, wait. We got to... How about the week after? They see it as just some sort of scheduling issue. But then, I don't know if it's your situation, but, that's a week without pay. Yes. I get it. I had on my paper route, I had one of the Nutter sons. Yeah. So I got a nice tip at Christmas. It was like $20. Now, $20 is $20, but when you're 13, 14 years old, $20, are you kidding me? Dennis, that's funny. I've never heard of that. Well, this is like the third story that I remember talking about, where some kid gets shot. Oh, geez. To December 1st? Oh, my God.
Visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Famous fashion designer has died. We'll have the latest at 6 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Back to the show, everybody.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up after the news, I've got this story about Ding Dong Ditch. Apparently, it's taken on another element, and this is the third story that I am aware of where some kid gets shot by some homeowner because of this. But we'll get to that after the news. But I want to talk to Bart real quick in Troy. Hey, Bart, what's up?
Hey, many decades ago, I had a rural paper route.
Yeah.
And I was out collecting my $2. And next door, these folks are bathing their dog on the porch in a big gray wash tub. Sudsy dog jumps out, They knew what was happening because they're yelling at the dog. I didn't know what was happening, so I thought I'm going to get their dog for them, and I call the dog.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lunges at me. Next thing I know, I'm in a fetal position. He's rolling me around.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was 11 years old at the time. The dog outweighed me. And so long story short, the ambulance comes and takes away the homeowner who had a heart attack, thought the dog killed me.
What?
My mom took me to the hospital.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. The fella thought his dog, or his son's dog, thought that I was
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That is crazy.
We met and said hello in the hospital.
Wouldn't you have preferred to see a naked woman answer the door? Opposed to getting attacked by a dog?
Sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thanks, Bart. Appreciate your call, buddy.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up. T-O.
Double D.
H. Oh. Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Live from the WHIO News Center, this is Miami Valley's News at 6. Our top story, a man in Richmond accused of exposing himself to children at 2 different stores in the same week.
Clearing things out tonight, but we have another rain chance on the way Friday night. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney. My forecast is coming up.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at grismertire.com.
This is a WHIO Red Alert traffic update.
Hey, Kim, how you doing? Money for nothing. I'm doing well. Tomorrow's Friday, and we got football tomorrow night. Here on the mighty 1290. I hope they all have sandwiches.
In 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
What time is it? Time for action. Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, I got to get to this right off the top because usually on Friday nights, the first Friday of the month, we draw the winner of the Dayton Made gift basket from First Florist. And tomorrow night, we've got high school football. So I'm going to do it tonight. And the winner of this Dayton Made gift basket, which includes a gift certificate from First Florist, Esther Price Candy, Dot's Pretzels, Marion's Piazza, Boston Stoker, the Pine Club, a box of Cheez-It, and the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst Jackpot coffee mug. The winner for the month of August is Renee Haley of Kettering. So there you go. There's our winner for the First Florist Dayton Made gift basket. Congratulations, Renee. So here's this story about ding-dong ditching. I remember doing this as a kid. And you'd ring the doorbell, and you'd run and hide. And then they'd answer the door. Nobody would be there. And when they shut it, you go back and you do it again. And you do this 2 or 3 times until you either get busted or the homeowner hears you giggling in the bushes, and then you're on your way, right? I mean, that was sort of the fun that kids used to have. Somebody on the live stream mentioned something called nickety knock, where somebody, you got 2 people, somebody would knock on the front door, and they'd answer the front door. Nobody would be there. But then the other person would knock on the back door. And it would just be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I had never heard of that, but okay, that sounds fun. But this story, this is the 3rd story that I know that I've talked about on the show where somebody was shot by a homeowner because of Ding Dong Ditch. This time it happened down in Houston. 11-year-old boy, critical condition after he and some friends were playing Ding Dong Ditch. They knocked on a door or rang the bell around 11 o'clock at night, and they took off running. The homeowner comes out of the house with a gun, and as they're running away, he starts firing his weapon in their direction. And this 11-year-old kid gets shot several times. And police, of course, come. Kid was rushed to the hospital. No word on his condition. This happened on Saturday, August 30th. I haven't seen any updates. They didn't release the name of the suspect, though. They did take him to the police station. And the next day, he was seen being dropped off back at his house by police. But here's the thing. First of all, if kids are just ringing the doorbell and running, there's no need for gunfire. There's just none. Absolutely not. However, from what I've heard, this TikTok trend is now it's gone a bit further. It's not just somebody, some little kid or a group of kids ringing the bell and running or hiding. Apparently, there have been reports where kids, and this kid was 11, but I'm imagining this could be teenagers, 14, 15, 16, that they don't just ring the bell. They're like kicking the door, like they're trying to get in, just beating the daylights out of the door, kicking the door. Now, when you think about that for a second, regardless of the time of day, but especially at night, if you're inside and all of a sudden you hear somebody kicking on your front door, well, what are you going to do? If you're a house, a homeowner who keeps guns in the house, I would think that might be an option. So I'm just curious if this is something that anybody here locally has experienced. Now, I'm sure there's probably some people out there that have had the ding dong ditch where it's just the simple ring of the bell and they go hide, or they just take off running. Really no harm, no foul. But now people are a bit amped up when it comes to this kind of thing. And I'm curious if anybody locally has experienced that kind of deal. Because this is like I said, this is like the 3rd or 4th story in the last year or two that I know of where somebody was shot. I think like a year ago we were talking about it. So I'd just be curious if anybody has any thoughts on that. 937-457-1290. I saw this on Monday, this story. This was on Labor Day. I was flipping through social media, and I think I was on Instagram, and I saw, or it could have been Facebook, but either way, I saw a local video was posted about a playground that had been vandalized. Now, we've talked about this a number of times on the show here on the Evening Edge, where there's been a string of vandals taking aim at local kids' parks. The most recent one was the park over there at the corner of 5th Street and Kiwi, where it was a big portion of it was burned to the ground. Earlier this year, we had a park, I think out in, was it Springboro, where somebody poured like 9 or 10 bottles of motor oil all over the playground equipment. Well, this most recent one, I guess, happened back in August. And here's like the first part of August. I saw this video and I thought, well, I don't know about this one. So I sent it to our breaking news desk and they went out and investigated it. And it turned out that this happened, I guess, maybe the first part of August. Princeton Park. This is near Northwest Recreation Center in West Dayton. Someone torched the slide on one of the big jungle gyms or whatever they're called now. They used to be called jungle gyms. I don't know that that's politically correct anymore. But now they have to replace the slide, which is $15,000. At least that's what the quotes are. So I wonder, again, if somebody is out there targeting these playgrounds and if it's the same person. I don't know. I'm no investigator, but it just seems odd to me that we would have such a string of vandalism, especially this kind of vandalism. We've had stories where people go into the bathrooms at local parks and destroy the sinks and the commodes and the urinals. But specifically torching the playground equipment, that's kind of, I don't know if that's unique or what. But yeah, so that problem continues. It's just idiotic. 937-457-1290. Again, I'd love to talk to somebody who has experienced Ding Dong Ditch. Because when you think about it, it really could be a dangerous situation anymore. People are a little itchy with the trigger finger. It's happening in road rage incidents and just in general. We all see it in the news. Not as innocent as it used to be. That's for sure. So if you got any comments on that, hit me up. Also, we got an email to get to. It has to do with my little sister. This is random. Not really random because I mentioned her last night, but we'll get to it here.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double
D. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Yep, that's true, Dennis. Man, oh man, I'm looking at this crash on westbound 70. Oh my gosh, it's just what a disaster. And the problem is if you know that area of road, there's a concrete barrier. So they can't even like route cars through, onto the other side of the highway and shut things down, or, there's no way to get through. Good Lord.
Another chicken restaurant is closed in Sugar Creek Township. We'll have the latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Welcome back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Dennis on the live stream makes a great point in regard to the story about kids playing Ding Dong Ditch. Kid in Texas got shot when he and his friends were running. Probably doesn't happen as much as it used to because of all the Ring cameras and all the sensor lights. Not as much fun to go and ring the doorbell and try to get somebody to get off the couch when all they got to do is look at their phone and just say, it's just a bunch of kids. A lot of people don't answer the door anyway. We generally don't. But, times are different, for sure. 937-457-1290 is the number. We have some mail.
Knock off the jaw jacket. It's time for mail call.
Master, I have mail for you.
The fan man.
Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
The mail is here.
Your hate mailbox is full.
You'd like to email me, eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. Hey, Todd, I was listening to your show tonight and heard your story about your sister teasing you by pinching your moobs. That is correct. I mentioned this last night. I had a weird story about two brothers in Kentucky who got into an altercation, and one stabbed the other brother in the testicles with a pair of scissors. Now, pinching my man boobs as a kid, not the same. I get that, but that's one of those things that siblings will torment each other with. On with the email. That hit pretty close to home. My little brother used to do the same thing. Luckily, my mom would step in and put a stop to it pretty quick. Now that we're all grown up, I can't help but laugh at the crazy stories from our childhood. I bet your sister has some good ones about you, too. I'd love to hear them. Maybe she could be a guest on your show someday, just like your wife has been before. Big fan of your show, Christina in Tip City. Well, thank you, Christina. Does anybody want to hear stories from my childhood? From my sister? More importantly, do I want to hear stories from my childhood, from my sister? I don't know if would people be interested in that? I don't know. I mean, she's got some good stories. There's no question, because I know it's probably shocking. I was an odd, quirky little kid, and she's got some good ones. She's younger, but she was, I would say she's the more sensible of the two. But I don't know. We'll see. But thank you for that email, Christina. I appreciate it.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out, punk. T-O-double-D. H-O-double-L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the stories, I'm not sure I'm not sure that some of these stories are suitable for air. Oh, you wrote a parody? Yeah. The whole thing? Pretty much. Oh my God. All right. Well. Oh my gosh. Well, shoot. We may have to do your little bit here is going to be extended. So do you want me to sing it, or I like go through it, or do you want to do it? Okay. All right. All right, I'm turning your mic on. That's funny, Harvey. It's a good start. I like it. Tin Boy? Who's Tin Boy? You mean golden guy? Who's Tin Boy? Hey, William, how you doing? In Wapakoneta. Wapakoneta. We'll party up in Wapakoneta. Oh, your name for Golden Guy. Tin Man or Tin Guy. Tin Boy. That's funny. Haven't had him on in a while. I haven't heard from him. I miss Golden Guy. I wonder if Golden Guy's still out there performing. Kelly. No. Well, that's certainly a possibility, Leslie. Well, I'm going to do a idiot of the week, and then we'll get to your stuff, okay?
This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now.
Call me.
He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we can do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up here in a couple of minutes. Will, my intern, is here with Will's Punchline Report. Takes a look at the week's headlines, picks out a couple of hot stories, and adds his comedic twist to them. And then I judge him on it. And also, this is good that you did this, Will. Earlier, we had the story of this guy in Kettering who was covered in mud, naked, on Labor Day. Now, that's not how I celebrate Labor Day, but some people might. But he got naked, he covered himself in mud, and stole a car. And he was arrested. And now it's in the news. And I asked Will to think of some sort of ballad for this mud-covered naked guy of Kettering. And he said he has one. So we'll give that a listen here in a second. But first, we have an Idiot of the Week.
You are a stupid idiot.
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot, imbecile pig.
Wake up, idiot.
Silly dilly dokio. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
By the way, before I get to that, I had an email a few minutes ago about my sister pinching my man boobs when I was a kid. And somebody suggested, who was it? What's her name? Christina from Tip City suggested that I have my sister Tracy on the show to share stories about my childhood. And I really don't know why anybody would want to hear those, but apparently folks on the live stream are all about it. They'd like to hear it. So I don't know. We'll see. Here's our Idiot of the Week. You know, I've never tried shrooms before, and I don't plan to, but I know that shrooms can send you on a journey, a faraway journey in the soul, right? I've always thought that if I was ever going to try something like that, and again, I have no intention of doing that. That's not my bag, man. That's not my bag. I would do it in the safety of my home. What are you doing over there? Are you humming? He pushes the mic away. He just heard himself humming. Well, I told you your mic was on. He's over there humming. Anyway, good Lord. If you're going to do something like that, you really ought to do it in the safety of your own home or someplace where you know you can get help if you need it. 4 hikers in upstate New York were rescued from Slide Mountain Wilderness near Giant Ledge in New York after experiencing a debilitating high from consuming magic mushrooms. The incident occurred on August 29th The group was out hiking, and they took the shrooms, and shockingly, they got lost. And they were lost, and they were lost, and they were lost. And not only were they lost, they also lost their car keys. Yeah. So one of them mustered enough brain power to send a 911 satellite text to local emergency services. And multiple rangers were dispatched and located the hikers a few hours later. They were assisted back to the trailhead where they were evaluated and then taken to their rental lodging. And that's when they realized that they lost their keys. So the next day, the Rangers returned to the same area and spent hours looking for these missing keys, which they eventually found in a sling bag under a log in tall ferns. So let this be a lesson, kids. If you're going to be doing shrooms, don't do it in the wilderness where you can easily get lost. I mean, come on. That's just idiotic, right? Anyway, those I think qualify for Idiots of the Week. All right, we got Will here. He is my 17-year-old intern. He's a local high school student. And I set this up each time so people know. A lot of people come and they find the show and they're like, well, what's going on? What am I hearing? Will contacted me at the beginning of the summer after his junior year in high school and said, hey, I want to be a comedy writer. He wants to write for Saturday Night Live. And I wanted to work on the show. So I said, sure, no problem. Come on in. So he's been here all summer. School's back in session. And now he's coming once a week, which is fine. He's got other responsibilities. He's got to pass, for crying out loud. He's got to get out of high school. But he's agreed to come back on Thursdays and do his Punchline Report, where he takes a look at the news and gives us some quality comedy. And here's the opening.
It's Will's Punchline Report.
I know every punchline.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Oh, you want to hear the punchline?
Well, I guess that's why they call it the punchline.
What's up? Punchline.
It's the punchline, man.
Now, here's Will.
And part of this is that I judge him on his jokes, right? And it's not too harsh.
No, not at all.
I mean, I've not made you cry
Yet.
but there's always hope. Now, I've told you there's no crying in comedy. All right, so you got your first one?
I do.
All right, let's hear your first one.
A woman was recently scammed by a person claiming to be an astronaut stranded in space who needed money for oxygen. The astronaut purportedly asked for small bills because the oxygen machine only took cash.
I like that.
Oh, thank you.
I like that. That's a good one.
Number
All
2.
right. Yeah.
Spirit Airlines has filed for bankruptcy. In response to this, Spirit's planes will be constantly on the move so they don't get repossessed.
Little delayed, but I like that one.
Was that just a regular delay or were you like considering?
I was trying to hit the right button. Okay, just keep moving.
A Chicago high school has removed the doors from their bathrooms to stop inappropriate behavior. The doors were replaced once the staff decided the smell coming from the bathrooms was worse than whatever was happening inside.
You kind of went for a poop joke, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. See, and I feel like you're better than that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like you're better than that. Don't.
All right.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Holding back the tears.
Look, I've told you this a million times. It's a learning process.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. All right. Go for it.
Number 4.
Yeah.
A British man has declared sovereignty over a tract of land between Serbia and Croatia because old habits die hard.
Okay. See, that's redemption right there. That was kind of a heady joke, and I liked it.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. All right, let's hear the next one.
Number 5. Southwest's planes have been installed with cage doors in the cabins to protect crew members during flights. The airline has also changed its name to Con Air.
I like that one too. Yeah. See, I think that's what we're coming to. I think we're coming to the point in our humanity where people will be caged on planes and cruise ships and things like that, just to keep the peace.
It also means humanity's only hope is Nicolas Cage.
That is true. That is true. All right, now do you have another one?
Number 6.
Oh, okay.
The final one.
Final one. All right. For the big money.
A man in Connecticut has received an award for his collection of over 3,800 pairs of Crocs, proving that it's not hoarding if it's a world record.
Yeah, I like that one. That's quality. That's quality. And that is a great point. When you think about it, it's like if it's a collection, you could have 10,000 of something. And if it's your collection, it's not hoarding. It's part of my collection. Or in this case, Crocs. Parker, you're kind of rolling your eyes.
I feel like that's an excuse that hoarders use.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hoard, I collect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what's the other phrase or the term? It's like if you're poor and you're a little crazy, well, you're a crazy poor person. But if you're a little crazy but you're wealthy, you're eccentric, right? All right, now you came up with a little parody for this guy in Kettering who was covered in mud and naked on Monday and stole a vehicle.
I did.
So what did you come up with? I was just hoping that you'd come up with maybe some titles. But the Ballad of the Kettering Mud Man or something like that. But you've actually put something together.
I did.
All right. Well, what song is it to?
It is to Yesterday by the Beatles.
Oh, now that's a good one. That's good. Now, are you going to perform it, or
Sure.
do you want me to perform it, or do you want to perform it? You go ahead and do it. You wrote it.
All right.
All right. So everybody knows the song Yesterday, right? You know, that kind of thing. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Kind of.
Yeah. All right. So take it away, Will.
All right. The Ballad of Naked Man.
Okay.
Naked man, you got muddy, then you stole a van. Now I wonder how this all began. Oh, Mr. Kettering, naked man. Probably you were high or trying to be free. Ran through traffic on your streaking spree. Oh, I would say it's likely what you tried to do. I've no clue. You had no plan. Well, the cops got you, so goodbye, Mr. Naked Man.
All right, I'll give you that. Not bad. Not bad for on the fly. Nice job, Will. Good job.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
We could probably expand that a little bit. I'll work on it.
See, I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Good job. Good job. That was good. Can I see the lyrics? Probably you were high or trying to be free. Run through traffic on your streaking spree. Oh, I would say it needs something else needs to be there. See, naked man, you got muddy, then you stole a van. Now I wonder. I would change instead of now I wonder, we all wonder. Right? Yeah. We all wonder how this began. Kettering. I think Mr. I think there's too many syllables with the word Mr. Oh, Mr. Kettering, naked. You know what I mean? It seems. I think like you could. Naked man, you got muddy, then you stole a van. We all wonder how this began. I'd take out all. Mr. Kettering, naked man. I'd drop the O. Yeah. Probably you were high or trying to be free. Ran through traffic on your streaking spree. I would say. D. What you tried to do, I've no clue. You had no plan. Well, the cops got you, so goodbye. Muddy naked man. All right. That's not bad. Now we just need to find a instrumental version of Yesterday. That's easy to find. Everybody's saying good job and that you have a good voice.
Thank you.
We could do a duet. I could sing like he's like what's that?
Yesterday is a solo song.
That's true. Yeah.
You can take that
one. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's the first line?
You got muddy. Then you
No. Like you start it with what? Instead of yesterday, what do you say?
Naked man.
Okay. I wonder where where we crossed out Mr. in the first paragraph. What's that line? Or is it the first paragraph or maybe it's the second paragraph?
Mr. in the last
No. Let's see. Naked man, you do. We all wonder how this all began. Did we keep it Mr. Kettering, naked man? I'm thinking maybe you could use muddy instead of Mr. I mean, it's two syllables. I don't know. Think about it. Oh, here you go. Leslie has an idea. Monday was Labor Day, so instead of yesterday, make it Labor Day. On Labor Day. I don't know.
Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Another cool down is in our future. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Well, that's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. Don't forget you can get the podcast of The Evening Edge at eveningedgetodd.com and all your other favorite podcast platforms. Tomorrow night, it is Todd's Touchdown 7 Tailgate Party, sponsored by Alta Fiber. And we're going to be out in Germantown as the Valley View Spartans take on the Bellbrook Golden Eagles. And I've been promised cheerleaders. Students from the cheering section, I've been told, are going to come by. And, of course, we'll have all the rest of the fun and frivolity with Parker Testa and Ron Otto tomorrow night just after 5. So have a terrific Thursday night, and we will see you tomorrow here on the Evening Edge.
Well, that's all, folks.
But if Orkin came, we partied, we conquered.
Is that all there is?
Yep, that's all she wrote.
Next time we'll do better.
Well, at least you tried.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, we'll be seeing ya.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. See ya.